After 40, many men notice their strength fading, their muscles shrinking, and their energy dropping. But here's the hidden truth. It's not just aging, it's your hormones working against you. There's one hormone in particular that quietly steals your power, slows your recovery, and makes it harder to stay lean and strong. In this video, I'll show you the 6 biggest hormonal shifts that sabotage men after 40, and more importantly, how to fix them fast so you can rebuild strength, regain energy, and take back control of your body.
Number 6. Testosterone decline. Let's not sugarcoat it. Testosterone is the king of male hormones. And after 40, that king starts getting dethroned faster than a scandalous politician. If you're waking up tired, struggling to build muscle even when you're lifting like a maniac, or watching your sex drive nosedive into oblivion, guess what? You're not broken. You're just low on T. This drop starts subtly. One day, you're benching like a beast. The next, you're winded climbing stairs. Welcome to the hormonal twilight zone. Testosterone naturally starts to decline about 1% per year after your 30s. Doesn't sound like much? Multiply that by a decade and you've got the hormonal profile of a houseplant. But this isn't just about muscles and bedroom performance. Low testosterone screws with your mood, focus, energy, and even your motivation to get off the couch. You start feeling off, not depressed, not sick, just meh. And no, this isn't your new normal. It's biochemical sabotage. Want to hear something disturbing? A 45-year-old man today has 20% less testosterone than a 45-year-old man from the 1990s. Let that sink in. Same age, same species, completely different hormonal baseline. Modern life is robbing us blind. Sedentary lifestyles, processed food, environmental toxins, poor sleep. It's a perfect storm for hormonal collapse. And don't even get me started on belly fat. That beer gut isn't just unattractive, it's a testosterone killer. Fat tissue, especially around the abdomen, converts testosterone into estrogen. Yes, estrogen. The more fat you carry, the more your body turns manhood into motherhood. Brutal, I know.
Number 5. Elevated cortisol levels, the stress hormone. Sounds harmless, right? Like something that just shows up when you're stuck in traffic or trying to survive a family dinner. But here's the ugly truth. Cortisol's out here wrecking your gains and patting your belly like it's getting paid to do it. After 40, your body becomes less efficient at handling stress. And what happens when you're constantly stressed? Cortisol stays elevated. That's bad news because cortisol is catabolic. Translation, it eats your muscle tissue for breakfast and stores fat like a doomsday prepper hoarding canned beans. Imagine this, you're busting your ass in the gym, eating clean, skipping dessert, and still gaining belly fat. What gives? Elevated cortisol. It tells your body, hey, we're under attack, better hang on to every ounce of fat, especially right around your waist. That's why you've got a six-pack buried under a soft, squishy safety net. And here's the kicker. Chronic stress doesn't just come from obvious stuff like arguments or deadlines. It comes from lack of sleep, too much caffeine, overtraining, undereating, financial pressure, scrolling toxic news feeds, and pretending everything's fine when it's clearly not. Your body doesn't care if the lion chasing you is a real threat or just your inbox exploding on a Monday. Now, for the insult to injury, cortisol and testosterone are mortal enemies. The more cortisol you have, the lower your testosterone tends to drop. So while cortisol's busy chewing through your muscle tissue, it's also sabotaging your T levels like a jealous ex. No wonder you feel tired, soft, and unmotivated. You're enjoying the video? Comment where you're watching from, hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button.
Number 4. Growth hormone reduction.
Everyone talks about testosterone, but hardly anyone mentions growth hormone, your body's ultimate recovery cheat code. This stuff is like magic. It repairs tissue, burns fat, builds lean muscle, and keeps you bouncing back after workouts like you're 25 again. But after 40, yeah, your growth hormone takes a nosedive straight into where the hell did my recovery go territory. See, growth hormone isn't just some obscure lab result. It's working behind the scenes every night if you let it. Problem is, most guys are unknowingly killing it. Poor sleep, late night snacking, alcohol, high stress, these things choke out GH production like a bad habit you never noticed. And guess what? No growth hormone means no real muscle gains. Your workouts might feel like therapy, but they're not doing jack without proper recovery. Ever feel like you trained hard but just stay sore for days? That's not just age, that's your body saying, hey man, where's my growth hormone boost? Recovery slows, joints ache longer, and muscle growth becomes a frustrating game of diminishing returns. And let's not forget fat loss. Growth hormone is a powerful fat-burning engine, specifically targeting stubborn fat. So if you're crushing cardio and still rocking a spare tire, your growth hormone might be sleeping on the job. Literally. Speaking of sleep, deep sleep is where the magic happens. Growth hormone gets released in pulses during the first few hours of high-quality, non-REM sleep. But if your sleep is garbage or you're glued to YouTube at 1 a.m., you're throwing away your body's most valuable recovery window. That six-pack you want, it's built while you sleep, not while you scroll.
Number 3. Insulin resistance. It's not some dietary villain hiding in your blood sugar like a ninja. It's actually a crucial hormone that helps shuttle nutrients into your muscles, stores energy, and keeps your metabolism running smoothly. But after 40, insulin can become your worst enemy if your body stops listening to it. That's called insulin resistance, and it's one of the sneakiest reasons men over 40 start gaining fat, losing energy, and feeling like their engine's running on fumes. Here's how it works. When you eat carbs, your body releases insulin to manage the glucose in your bloodstream. In a healthy, responsive body, insulin knocks on the door, the cells open up, and glucose gets used for energy or stored for later. But with insulin resistance, your cells basically say, nah, we're good, and slam the door. So what happens? Your pancreas panics and pumps out even more insulin to try and force the door open. Over time, this mess leads to elevated insulin levels, blood sugar swings, chronic fatigue, and yes, more fat storage, especially around the belly. And here's the real kicker. High insulin levels shut down fat burning completely. Your body can't burn fat when insulin is flooding your system. So even if you're eating clean and working out, if you're insulin resistant, your body's holding on to fat like it's prepping for winter. You ever feel like you eat a sandwich and instantly get bloated? That's not just age, that's your metabolic alarm bells going off. Midday energy crashes, sugar cravings, brain fog, random irritability. Those are all signs that your insulin sensitivity might be in the gutter.
Number 2. Thyroid slowdown. Here's a fun fact no one tells you after 40. Your metabolism didn't just slow down. Your thyroid is waving the white flag. That tiny butterfly-shaped gland in your neck? Yeah, it controls your metabolic rate, like a thermostat. And when it starts slacking, your whole system feels like it's running on dial-up internet. This isn't just about a couple of extra pounds. A sluggish thyroid, especially in men, is one of the most overlooked hormonal issues that wreck energy, strength, and motivation. You can train, eat well, and still feel like you're dragging a dead body to the gym every morning. That's not discipline, it's dysfunction. Let's break it down. Your thyroid pumps out hormones called T3 and T4, which control how fast your body converts food into energy. When this process slows, everything suffers. Fat gets stored instead of burned, your brain runs like molasses, and workouts feel harder than they should be. And guess what? Low thyroid function often goes undiagnosed in men because most doctors only check TSH, thyroid-stimulating hormone. But TSH doesn't tell the full story. You need a full thyroid panel for ET3, free T4, reverse T3, and antibodies. If your doctor's not running those, they're flying blind. Stress wrecks your thyroid. Chronic cortisol elevation, like we talked about earlier, actually suppresses TSH production and blocks the conversion of T4 into the active T3 hormone. So your stress and your thyroid are basically in a toxic relationship, dragging each other down. Ever feel cold all the time, even when everyone else is fine? Gaining weight without changing your diet? Dry skin, thinning hair, low libido, depression, constipation? All signs that your thyroid might be waving a red flag.
Number 1. How to fix it. All right, we've dragged every major hormone into the light. Now let's talk solutions, because knowing what's broken is only half the story. Fixing it is where the real power lies. And no, this isn't about magic pills or buying some overpriced biohacking gadget from a guy with a man bun in a podcast. This is about getting back to the basics with precision. Let's start with the non-negotiables. Strength training is king. Not walking on a treadmill, not doing endless crunches. You need resistance training that challenges your body. Compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, presses, those signal your body to hold on to muscle and optimize hormonal output. Think of it like sending a message to your biology. Hey, we still need to be strong. But you can't out-train a trash lifestyle. So let's talk about sleep. If you're not sleeping, you're not recovering. Period. 7 to 9 hours every night. Dark room, no interruptions. That's when testosterone surges, growth hormone peaks, and your body rebuilds. Skip sleep, and you're basically putting your hormones through a blender. Next up, food. Protein isn't optional. It's mandatory. Aim for around 1 gram per pound of body weight if you're training. Focus on whole foods, grass-fed meats, wild fish, eggs, nuts, seeds, vegetables, fruits, and yes, carbs, especially post-workout. Carbs are not your enemy. They help control cortisol and fuel recovery. Just don't live off Pop-Tarts and call it fueling. You like the video? Leave your comment. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.